Hello. So I got a package today, and thought I would open it. So let's do that. This is from Mythmere Games. Oh wow, I did not realize they were in the Houston area. Good for them. Okay. Now, I will edit out anything that's doxing me. I've already taken my address off, but it's right here as well, so I'll get rid of that. And here, I've already shot this once, but for some reason, my camera went into slow-mo mode, and yeah, without a practical way to increase that speed accurately, I'm just going to shoot it again. So here we are. All right. Anyway, this is the Tome of Adventure Design, revised by Matt Finch. This is a beautiful book. The cover is, it's a faux leather, but it is very soft. It's almost velvety, and then there's this spot gloss enamel, basically on anything that isn't this color brown. So there you go. Here's the back. It says, Tome of Adventure Design is a comprehensive start-to-finish resource for designing fantasy adventures for your favorite tabletop role-playing game. It is system neutral and can be used with virtually any fantasy game. This book includes random generation tables for almost every step of the design process. Locations, villainous plots, designing new monsters and bizarre environments in strange unknown planes of existence. Thousands of micro prompts in the margins add additional brainstorming power to the process, and the book is filled with design advice from award-winning author Matt Finch. If you want a comprehensive tome for helping you design campaigns and dungeons and adventures in general, this is pretty much unsurpassed. It is the book to get on that subject. I strongly recommend it. That is from Questing Beast, Ben Milton, and he was referring to the original version. This is the revised, but same difference. Anyway, beautiful book, very well constructed. I am going to add some ribbons to it, but haven't done that yet. It is stitched and beautifully so. I do have a slight defect on my book right here. It's a shipping issue. So, but this book's going to get used, so that's fine. I'm not complaining. Table of contents is quite extensive. I only have one complaint with it, and that is that in the PDF, I don't believe these are linked to their respective pages in the book. I don't quote me on that. I think that's the case, but I'm not 100%. I could be thinking of Hyperborea because I've had that open on PDF recently as well. So, As we go through here, there's an introduction, 1 page. It is a nice little essay on creativity and how this book was put together, and yeah, sort of. Introduction to chapter 1, and then really the meat of the book is right here, and it's just this 2-page spread. Cardinal rule of adventure design: creating an adventure, the elements of a masterpiece, backstory, location, opposition, variation of challenge, exploration, race against time, resource management, milestones and conclusions, continuation options. Within that 2-page spread is the essence of designing any adventure, fantasy or otherwise. These are the fundamentals that you have to follow to make everything work. Keeping in mind, of course, that any and all of these things could be changed by your players at the table at a moment's notice. It's going to happen. Will it happen every time? No. But they're going to change something. And frequently what happens is, for me, they change the order of what I was going to do, what I wrote down. So we end up having to do, I've got A, B, C, D, and we end up having to do C and B before we do A and D. Just because of their choices. So anyway, all right, so we've got locations. We have a D100 table. We have here structures description, structure, feature first word, and feature second word. So you could roll Crimson, City of the Hunchback Goddess, Aerial Farm of the Immortal Abbot. Why not? The thing about random tables like this is that they start pushing your thought process into different areas. That's kind of the point. I have certain things that I like to do and certain themes that I like to play with when I'm designing an adventure, and this doesn't take those into account. So I roll the dice and I get something I never thought of before. What can I do with that? And then of course you take your own usual sensibilities and run with it. So you end up melding this with your own imagination and you come up with an adventure. But going through this step by step is going to give you a lot of the structure. There are hundreds and hundreds of tables here. Missions. This is a D1000 table. And this is patrons and targets. So who's paying for it, or who are you trying to apprehend or kill, or whatever you're doing. Yeah. So D1000 could be a rich butcher. Excuse me. Or a rune expert, an engineer, fire marshal, inquisitor, historian, messenger of death, a polluter, someone who pollutes the water. Not like as a vocation, but you know. All the way up to 1,000, which is zoo owner. Why not? Patron motivations, hooks and motivations, master table of villainous plans, concealment, conversion, desecration, destroy community, different things your villain might do, destroy good aligned groups, villainous quest for economic power, find food, gain favor of another villain, gain political power, method of gaining political power, random acts, time cycles, generally used as a subtable of table 128, and yeah, so it goes on and on. So anything you can think of that would go into your game, there is a table in here that has randomized it. Plus, as it mentioned on the back cover, there are all of these micro prompts on the edge. So the bad guy has good reasons. House of the Wind, worshippers of a strange god, labor riots, a cooper, that's a barrel maker, a funeral took place, a pattern of runes, a hawk, food source, violation of a truce, a vat filled with the stuff, ceremonial sword, a meeting of heroes, multiple prisms. And these are not on a table, they're just there. And as you're going through, you might glance over and see something there that you can add to the mix. Something you hadn't thought of before. The book is 500 plus pages. Let's see, what do we got? 511, and every page has a different list. And I guess that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 times 511. So yeah, you do the math. That's a lot of prompts. Just randomly moving over here. Betting games, statues, strange things. This would be like, okay, the canine eye, the dimensional boxes, the angelic cauldron, hallucinogens, kill switches and escape hatches, complex traps, mechanical traps, Inquisition effects on hirelings and NPCs, religious influence in cities and communities, generating minor gods. This is something I'm going to be using soon. Temples, temple structure, nature of relics, details of relics. Anyway, There we go. And this has something else which is going to be quite useful in my upcoming Red Giant campaign. Planar Adventures. I'm going to be using the hell out of this, because this will be a plane hopping, world hopping, reality surfing game. So I expect to mix it up pretty good. All right. Oh, and there is a complete index in the back, something that is very much appreciated. Now, the pages themselves, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. I did the first time, but it's going very slowly, and a lot slower than that. This paper is semi-gloss, I would say, which is not my first choice. I would prefer a matte finish, but it's quite nice. The paper is coated and thick and strong. The book is very well constructed. Let's see. Got the end papers here that are just plain, which is fine. The tendency these days is to cover everything in the book, inside cover and all, with charts or, whatever. Matt didn't do that, and that's fine, but you know what it gives me room for is an autograph next year at North Texas RPG Con. Plenty of room for that. Wherever he'd like to sign it. He wrote the book, he can pick the page. All right, well, that's it. I'm going to be, this sells for $60 at Mythmere Games on the interwebs. So if you would like a copy of your own, please go get it. You can get the PDF for about $25, I believe, but this comes with the PDF. So I've got both. And I suppose that's it. So I will see you on Twitch, and have a lovely day.